was one of those persons who supported my clients at an expo.
Yes.
I put on the product, I modeled the product,
Yeah.
I became the product. And that opened many doors.
Yeah.
Just being there to support that client
Yeah.
really helped. It means that one, you buy into the vision. It's not just about the services that we offer. We're fulfilling dreams. We're fulfilling vision. And that's what we want to see. If a person says come on board, we are here to partner with you. We're here to see your vision come to fruition.
Master Coach Apostle Courtney McLean and Business Coach Zidane Sinister are powered up to share their expertise on the business end.
Welcome to another episode of The Business End. And here on The Business End Show, we provide real and practical solutions to advance businesses by speaking with experts in the field and existing entrepreneurs. I'm your host, Zidane Sinister. And today promises to be an edifying, electrifying, and a spirited one. We have in studio today a mighty woman of God who serves with excellence. Our guest today is Reverend Bobette Rigg. She's a founder and CEO of BRBC Jamaica Limited. Now, Reverend Rigg has over 15 years experience in strategy, formation, financial accounting, and risk management. She's also a fellow of the Association of Chartered Certified Accountant, that is ACCA. She's also a certified CompTIA Plus professional. No, I tell you, her certification does not stop there. She is also a certified John Maxwell coach, teacher, trainer, speaker, and the list goes on. And that's not it, ladies and gentlemen. She's also a Wired to Win DNA coach. I tell you, the list goes on. Too much to name. So let's just stop it here and welcome Reverend Bobette Rigg. Welcome. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Sir Sylvester. Thank you so much for that riveting welcome. I just also want to acknowledge your co-host, Apostle Dr. Courtney McLean. Thank you so much for having me today.
Yes, certainly. He's not with us in physical, but he's definitely with us in spirit. The Apostle Dr. Courtney McLean. Wherever you are, sir, have a blessed afternoon. Now, who is the BRBC Jamaica Limited and what services do you offer?
Well, BRBC Jamaica Limited is what you want to call a business hub consultancy firm.
Yes.
What we offer is not just services. We really offer an opportunity for change.
Yeah.
And this change comes through tailored services for our clients who want to maneuver the different challenges and just to get into achieving the goals and the objectives that they have set for themselves. Some of our services are in the area of human resource management, in business administration, just general administration, in business optimization and business development, strategy formation, formulation, and we do other areas like, forming a business, having that registered, formalize your business, also in the sphere of filing your taxes, bookkeeping, in-house accounting, we offer those services.
So therefore, ladies and gentlemen, listen, if you have a business, you need to get in touch with BRBC Jamaica Limited. And the service that they offer, a wide range, and they are certainly, like I said, she is a woman of excellence, service of excellence. Now, what sets you apart then from your competitors in the industry?
I love that question. I recall someone asking, do people pay for consulting services? Is this something that can be priced?
Yeah.
And what I realized that, as entrepreneur gets into business, not business owner, but they have a desire to get into business, they lack certain expertise. So all they have is drive, passion, and a desire and idea. But somewhere along the line, they realize that to get to the next level, to maximize their efforts in terms of profit, because nobody goes into a business without making a profit, that they need that type of expertise. So for us, what we offer is what they call a one-stop full solution to our customers, but we do it in such a way that it takes on a coaching and mentorship model. Now, this offers us the opportunity to partner with our clients. When you think about growth and development and achieving a vision that is long-term, it means that it's a journey. And we take them along the journey, the different areas that they need to work on, because sometimes it comes a little bit overwhelming if you're trying to maximize all the areas within a business. So what we have is a tailored approach that is phased implementation based on the focus, the area of focus, or the challenges that they want
that they may have.
Yes.
So certainly, if you and you also have what you say, help them to develop their business plan as well. So if they have an idea, you can help them to form that business, register that business, and take them through the different stages for growth as well.
Most definitely, because what you find is that persons have an idea, but they have not done the feasibility study. They're not even clear as to which need they're trying to satisfy. And going through that process of mentorship, especially in the earlier stage of formalizing that idea, they realize that there are different things that they really need to look at before they get into business. And when you look at why we have so many businesses fail, is because people just go with sheer effort, sheer drive, and knowing that there must be a need, but that need is not defined, and their gifts or their talents or resources are not aligned to what they need, that the market is demanding at the time. So that's what we help them with, getting that idea to market. Also, if the idea is already there, how do you take it to the next level? How do you become a lot more efficient, a lot more cost effective, that the bottom line is evident.
Reflects such a reward.
Yes.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you have it that what sets her apart from our competitors in the industry is that from the start of your idea generation phase, you have BRBC Jamaica Limited to help you to formulate that idea into a business, to formulate those strategies to get you to the next level. What sets you apart from the rest of your competitors is that not only do you manifest that business into four, but you say you have a mentorship system that helps them along the way. So there's personal growth and there's strategy for the business to grow. Now, you would have transitioned from working with persons or working with other organizations to owning your own. Now, in making that step, I'm going to ask, why did you make that step? And how have you been able to make that transition? And what are some of the recommendations you have for persons who want to make such a similar step?
One first thing is that you must be clear that you really want to do this. Because once you have taken that giant leap into the market of being an entrepreneur, everything rests on you. So the difference between working in a corporate body is that there are many other persons doing many other roles. But when you're an entrepreneur and for a small business, you have to take on all the roles. You don't just show up just to do your part. The entire movie, the entire play is your role. So that's different. So you must be clear that this is what you want to do. Then you need to assess the resources that you have. Are you ready? Do you have the capital involved? Do you have the necessary people that would be able to support this vision? And those things are clear. For me, transitioning from a 9-to-5 was not just a short-term thing. It was a long-term. What I've been doing is at least I've been working in that field for a long time. So, I mean, serving on a different board, different financial committees, as well as working in the risk market and the credit market. I interact with thousands of persons who are seeking to finance their business venture. And you see that there are different things that there's a shortcoming. And one of the main shortcomings is that there are so many of our entrepreneurs, small and medium-sized businesses, that when they're ready to take it to the next level, they don't have the finances. Why? Because they don't have the record and the proper system in place to present to the formal financial institution that they have a viable business, a profitable business to get that or to access that credit facility. So me, transitioning was just a journey. I've been on this journey for years. What I did was to formalize it. And that formalizing came through prayer. So I'm a woman of God, and I don't do anything without, the inspiration from God. And I felt that I got the release that now is the time. So last year, June 30th was the formal launch of BRBC Jamaica Limited. And we'd have gone through a name change, but that was the formal launch. Just say, this is it. Now is the time to present my company to the world.
And if you were to offer some advice to somebody who wanted to take a similar step, what that one advice would you give to them?
I would say, be persuaded. Don't allow anyone to discourage you. Once you're clear that this is what God wants to get done in and through you, you have done the necessary in terms of your feasibility study, your business plan, you have everything that is in place, just go at it. But ensure that every morning you get up knowing your why and moving towards your why, and knowing that if you pursue, don't give in, you will succeed.
Those are solid advice. They're solid words from Reverend Bobette Rigg. Now, she said in her journey, she started while working for somebody. She saw the need, she saw the shortfalls, and she was positioning herself to fill those needs that other entrepreneurs had. I wonder which listener right now is listening and they know that there is a need in their particular business segment, but they're afraid to make that step. What Reverend Bobette Rigg is saying, you can work a dual system where you formulate that strategy, you start that business, you start thinking like that entrepreneur before you actually become that entrepreneur. You can be that manager before you are that manager. Walk the walk, talk the talk, make the plans, and implement that before you go out there. And when you're out there, she says, make that step with God and trust the process. And understand this, ladies and gentlemen, that when the struggles come, you're going to resort back to your why. And your why is going to be greater than that struggle. And she's saying, press on and press in. No, I'm sure, pressing in and pressing on. And all the challenges, you need that system of networking. How important is that system of networking, Reverend Rigg? How important is these partnerships?
This is big for anyone that is
Yes.
in business.
Yes.
You know the saying that said, if you want to go fast,
Yes.
go alone.
Yes.
If you want to go far, you need to go with a team.
Yes.
Now, that team don't have to be your internal team.
Yes.
You need to partner with persons, one, who have been in the business for a while. Why do you need to reinvent the wheel?
Yes.
You need to have those strategic partnerships. And then sometimes you have a good idea, but you need someone who has the resources
Yes.
that'll be able to come together and
Yes.
leverage the strength that they have and leverage your strength and make it a more beautiful, a more powerful, or more impactful service that you'll offer. So for things like that, strategic partnership is a must.
Yeah.
If you're a small business owner, if you're an entrepreneur,
Yeah.
you need to connect with other persons. So if you're in a product business, you want to find someone who does distribution.
Yeah.
You want somebody who does marketing, someone
Yes.
who has an international link in terms of international distribution.
Yes. Yes.
What does that look like for you?
Yes.
You know, what can you partner? Because, I mean, if you're in logistics, you need something to move, right?
Yes.
So you need to connect with
Ye-
persons, with
yes.
products
Yes.
to move.
To move it. Yes.
Yes.
So those strategic partnerships is very important. So let me ask you, and this is the $1 million question. We always hear network, form these partnerships. And there are many persons out there saying, boy, I'm trying. I am on social media. I'm going to the events. I am meeting and greeting and giving out my business card. And it's just not working. So, Lady Rick, how do you propose someone increase their network? And how do they form these strategic partnership that you speak of?
Well, I know from my journey,
Yes.
I would say I'm the behind the scenes type of person.
Yes.
But getting into business, you have to be the face of it. You have
Yes.
to be the one that person see. So not just attending these events. So yes, you want to go to the conferences, you want to go to the different workshops, you want to be where like-minded people are.
Yes.
But you have to start talking to the people and building relationship. But remember, it's not about what is in it for you.
Yes.
It's what you can do for someone else that
Yes.
makes it important.
Yes.
So when you approach and you're doing that networking conversation,
Yes.
you're getting to know. Don't just talk about your business.
Yes.
Talk about what your business can offer the other person who you're
Yes.
trying to network with.
Yes.
And especially if it's someone that they really don't need your business, because their business is doing well.
Yes.
You look at it as an opportunity where, if they're inclined to be a mentor. And I don't mean you're going to call them every time there's a challenge, but they're inclined to give back. That could be one angle that you could take it. Or you get into a circle where you are giving back, and I guarantee you'll be connecting with persons who are also giving back, and they're the persons who you want to connect with based on your business.
No, I'm telling you, we are getting gems by gems. By the time we're finished, we have a gem pie. But, ladies and gentlemen, listen, those are solid advice. Then she says, I remember speaking with another entrepreneur, Reverend Rick, and he says, listen, he even went to his clients and opened the door for the customers. He went to his clients and he did stock taking for his clients. And so I want to encourage a listener and a viewer out there that if you want to increase your network, the advice here from Reverend Bobette Rigg is that you get into the space of these persons that you're trying to connect with. The conversation must be, what can I offer you? And she's saying it could be as simple as you asking them, can you be my mentor? and you start by giving off your service, and those like-minded persons who are giving off themselves, you can form that network of team. Now, take those advice, take those principles and implement them in your journey, and watch your network and your strategic partnerships increase. No, it can't be that in all of this journey, Reverend Riggs, that it's all glory, it's all happiness, it's all good. I'm sure along the journey, persons get frustrated. You may have gotten frustrated. Now, how would you have dealt with some of these challenges you face? And you can list a few and how we have dealt with them.
Well, let me just list one.
Yes.
Whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you're a business owner, a large corporation, people management is always the biggest.
Yeah.
And, they say leadership rises and fall on the leader. Performance rises and fall based on the leader. So you set the lead.
Yeah.
And there are times when a leader, especially an entrepreneur, believes that there's great value in what they do. But the staff, the team members, those who are on board, who are supposed to support the vision, are not necessarily clear as what this is, or it's not aligned to their individual goals. So one of the challenges that I face is that I believe that I had a great vision, and I believe that I'm offering what you want to say value-added product, value-added service to our clients. But not all team members believe that. Yes. You will have a mix of team members. People will always be people in. You want to ensure that your team members are clear as to what that objective is. You want to ensure that they buy into the vision. Buying into the vision is a big thing for anyone that is in business. But you also want to have those one-on-one sessions. You want to have those team meetings where you have progress report. You explain to them how their contribution has afforded the firm to reach where they are. And that is something that has worked. Then accountability is a big thing. Yes. If you're in business, you have to hold your team accountable. And they explain why you have to hold them accountable. Why? Because we are providing a service to our client. And if we fall on delivering on our value promise, then of course you're going to lose. If there's no clients, then there's no business. Yeah. So those are things that I'd want to encourage. So people management has been a challenge. Yes. However, just putting in those are the strategies, those are the initiatives, what we find is that one, persons are a lot more in tune, persons are a lot more motivated, persons see what role they play being a part of the organization, and that has been proven quite beneficial.
Speaking about the challenges that you face, but I'm sure there are wins, there are highlights, there are just those things that make you smile and encourage you as to why you got into business after all. What are some of those wins, and how has those wins shaped your future or your outlook on business?
One of the biggest wins is hearing the testimonies.
Yeah.
So when you get into working with a client, yes, and you always hear the story, you hear the passion, and you just want to be a part of that vision. Yeah. And when you see the manifestation, so let's say there was a client that was seeking to formalize their business. And I mean, something as simple as formalizing their business, and we were able to do that for the client. I mean, hassle-free. And the client said, wow, just seeing the certificate was a big thing, because they have just been doing a side hustle for a while. And this was more of an accomplishment that, no, I have a true business. So that was there. Then you have persons who, when it's tax time, it's a little bit tricky. Yeah. So when you take that ease and that hassle out of being compliant and be good citizens, good citizens, yes, right? And just because it's normally not an easy time for business owner, especially filing taxes, you know. So if you're able to offer that type of service and you take that hassle out of it, it makes being compliant, it makes being, meeting those type of requirements a lot easier. So what we're getting is those success stories. Those testimonies are the biggest win for me. It tells me that, one, I'm adding value. It tells me that I'm impacting, person's vision, impacting person's dream. And if I could just be a small part of that, that is a big win for me. Another win would be just formalizing my business. I felt big. It was a big thing for me, formalizing my business. I felt an accomplishment there. One, it created a brand awareness. It created that I'm here. Persons knew that I'm there. They know the services that they, but seeing a company name makes a difference. Doing business, no. If you don't have a company, a registered company, it's almost like you don't have a company.
Yes.
we live in a society where a lot of persons do a lot of informal business.
Yeah.
There's a lot of side hustle.
Yes.
But when they seek to go to the next level, they're having challenges.
Yes.
One, their mindset was not free.
Yes.
For being a business. They
Yeah.
still were doing a side hustle.
Yeah.
So getting into business, then you start to see the challenges. You start to see things not turning the way that they expected it to turn because they really didn't do the work.
Yeah.
So that part in helping person to say no, these are some of the steps. So having those clearly defined steps,
Yeah.
and I'm able to take those persons through it, then it really helps. Those are my wins. I just love when persons feel like, one, they're clear.
Yes.
They see how they'll be able to accomplish their vision.
Yeah.
Two, they see their product
Yes.
getting into the hands of others.
Yeah. Yeah.
They see the support. And I wanted to tell you a story.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we don't have a lot of time.
Go ahead.
But I was one of those
ahead.
persons who supported my clients at an expo.
Yes.
I put on the product. I modeled the product.
Yes.
I became the product. And that opened many doors.
Yes.
Just being there to support that client
Yes.
really helped. It means that, one, you buy into the vision. It's not
Yes.
just about the services that we offer.
Yes.
We're fulfilling dreams.
Yes.
We're fulfilling vision. And that's what we want to see. For persons just come on board, we are here to partner with you. We're here to see your vision come to fruition.
And I like the fact that you said with your client, you are actually there, and the client will feel like you are believing in the product. Now, normally when persons are supporting a client, we tend to say, let's patronize them and buy a thing from them or book a service from them. But you're saying, go a little bit further. Be in their space, align with their vision by being there head and shoulder with them. And that is one of the principles that I want the viewers and listeners to feel and to resonate with and to implement with. The situation is that if you have a client, not just patronize with a purchase, be in their space, believe in them. That belief, that speaking life into them is what is going to propel them in a time when there is a struggle, when they feel like, oh, it's not happening in the time target that I have. But they're going to remember you, the person that has spoke the life into them, and they will not give up. And that is what BRBC Jamaica Limited is about, speaking life into their clients by being aligned with them. Now, I'm sure there are other advice that you want to give persons that are listening. So what are some of those advice that you would like to give them or leave them with here today?
All right. So you're already in business,
Yes.
or you're thinking of getting into business, you don't have to do it alone.
Yes.
There's help out there.
Yes.
BRBC Jamaica Limited is willing to be a part of that journey.
Yes.
Just know that you don't have to have all the skill set and all the resources. We talk about that strategic partnership.
Yes.
There are people who know where you need to get and what you need to get and when you need to get it.
Yes.
You just need to connect with those persons. One of the things that we offer at BRBC Jamaica Limited is a free consultation session.
Yes.
Let us talk about your idea. Let's talk about some of the things.
No, I want you to say that again, because in Jamaica there's nothing free. You know? So I want you to say that again. You're saying that there is a free what?
There is a free consultation session.
Yeah.
It's about 20 to half an hour. We can't think about fixing something if you don't understand what it is.
Yes.
You can't think about what are the gaps if you don't have that conversation to discern and to have an understanding as to what are the different things that they could possibly be facing. You know, sometimes an entrepreneur they describe a situation to you, but there are times when you say, but have you considered this? The expertise are here. You don't need to have all the technical skills. You don't need to have all the financial skills. You just need to connect with persons who do. As business owners, as entrepreneurs, you just ensure that you align yourself to persons who can take it to the next level. And BRBC Jamaica Limited is here to assist you. Sign up for a free consultation. Go to our website at brbcja.com, and there's a tab for free consultation. Let us have a talk. Let us journey with you, and let us fulfill that vision and that dream that you have.
Well, I don't know. There are not many things in Jamaica is free, but viewers and listeners, you have a free consultation with BRBC Jamaica Limited, and she's saying, listen, have a team, have support, get a mentor, get strategic partners that are going to help to propel you to the next level. But I must ask you before we go, Reverend Bobette Rigg, what's next for BRBC Jamaica Limited?
So we will be hosting a series of workshops to do with in-house accounting and in-house record management.
Yeah.
Now, when you look at the national financial inclusion report that the BOJ released earlier, 22% of the persons are still unbanked.
Yes.
It means that they don't qualify for banking services.
Yes.
You still have a portion that are underbanked. But of that, 40% of the persons that were surveyed were in business, whether it be small or medium or micro business.
Yeah.
It means that we still have a lot of business owners who need finances. They need to have that credit, but they're not in the formal space.
Yeah.
We are here to assist them. So for those workshops, we'll be dealing with just record management. How do you track a sale? How do you manage your profit? It's not just about the cash you receive and the cash you spend. It's really about the profit you make and the value that you create for yourself and for your business and for the future. So that's something that we're doing next.
Yes.
We're also expanding our range of services
Yes.
by going into companies. So we're looking at the different aspect of it, and we're looking at some more strategic partnerships. So you'll hear some things coming up in the next couple of months.
Okay. On that note, though, for persons who want to follow you and to know where to follow those upcoming events and where to book those upcoming events, where and how can they find you?
Well, the first place you want to go is to our website at brbcja.com. You can book mentorship session. You can get into that free consultation session. You can look and see the different offer and different services that we have and see which one you think would more applicable for your situation. Also, we're on Instagram.
Yes.
That's at BRBC Jamaica Limited. So you can DM us on that platform. You can like us. You can follow us. Please get on board. There are many things that are coming up. We do give just different business tips, what
Yes.
you can do. We do some motivational aspect of it as well too, because sometimes you get a little bit discouraged.
Yeah.
They want to have that pump-up sessions. We're also getting into the space of doing training for team members. You want team building, you want to get your team on board, you want to get your team online, you need to call us and we'll help you with that part as well.
So just a quick question though before we wrap up. I know we said we're wrapping up, but what came to me and I wanted to ask you, does BRBC Jamaica Limited, if somebody comes to you and they want to a particular service, but you don't necessarily offer that service in-house, do you offer the service of referring those persons to the necessary professionals that would certainly provide those solutions for them as well?
I am a big one on that.
Yes.
If we're seeking to add value, sometimes you're not the one that is for the first, right?
Yes.
So what I generally do, once I have an understanding, that strategic partnership,
Yes.
I do refer clients to other persons who I'm connected with.
Yes.
So once I have that known and that formal relationship, I normally refer persons. So when you get into a space, you want to understand what exactly your strategic partners, what services they offer, what are their skill set, what is the area of expertise. And once a client come in, and what I do too is that we have clients that are in the same field.
Yes.
So we try to connect clients with clients.
Yes.
One has been doing this business for a much longer time than this person. And we try to say, would you be willing to have a sit-down session and just to offer some form of advice to this client? That's something that we offer too as well.
Yes. So I asked that question because I wanted to bring out that point. Here you have BRBC. If they don't have it in-house, they will find it for you. This is certainly what we call a one-stop shop. They are here to feel and to ensure that all your needs are satisfied with just that conversation. And listen, they say the first conversation is free. No, you should up on board and make sure that you make the call today for such a push going forward. No, I want to thank you for your time. Thank you for pouring into the Business End Show. We're certainly happy to have you, and we do wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Thank you, Reverend Bobette Rigg, for sharing your time and your many gems with us here today.
Thank you so much for having me, Sir Sylvester.
Certainly was a pleasure to have you. Now, we want to ensure that we are telling you, the Business End Show tribe, that you are the best. And I mean it literally, you are the best. And we can be contacted at the Business End Show. And that is on YouTube, that is on TikTok, that is on Spotify, and that is on our Instagram page as well. If I was to leave you with anything from this interview with Lady Bobette Rigg, it would be that you need to form those strategic partnerships with a mentor, with somebody that can help your business integrate along the process, along the different stages. You are not an island, and you need that person or those persons to help you along. There's also the point that you have to be in your client's space. She says she's at conferences modeling her clients' products. She's helping her client to book sales. Now, I would encourage any person that's getting into business, you have to get into your client's space in order to make your client profitable so that you can be profitable. We want to thank you for joining us here at the Business End Show. Until next week, continue to be your increasing best. Thank you.
Master Coach Apostle Courtney McLean and Business Coach Zidane Simister are powered up to share their expertise on the business end. But don't forget to tell a friend or a colleague, and of course have your tools on hand, your notebook and your pen. Classes are in session every Tuesday, 3:30 on Gospel JA for the business end. Master Coach Apostle Courtney McLean and Business Coach Zidane Simister await you.